Good foes. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Bernicia. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. All right, so guys, we're going to talk about the Chrisean and Blueface Crazy in Love season 2. All right, I know I'm a little bit late because I was supposed to do made a video on episode 1, but you know, episode 1, a lot of the things that went down on episode 1 we pretty much already seen all over the blogs. Besides, I was late watching it, so I'm actually doing a catch up right now with part 1 and 2. So anyway, part 1, basically, you know, Chrisean and Blueface, they are at odds. Chrisean admits that at the beginning of the episode. But despite the fact that they're at odds, they're going through it right now. She just found out that she's pregnant. Despite all of that, she's still supporting Blueface, okay? So she goes to the Rolling Loud concert with him, which of course they get kicked out. I don't know if it was Blueface's van or, you know, a van that was with them, but anywho, a gun was found. Anybody who ever been to Rolling Loud knows that they search cars for drugs and guns, so drugs and any weapons. So I'm very I think it was idiotic of them to have a piece on them anyway. If it belonged to Blueface, he should know better, okay? Especially with all of that zoo security. I don't understand why there was a weapon in the car. However, I don't know for sure whether or not it belonged to Blueface or anybody with their team, but they did get kicked out of the Rolling Loud. So, Chrisean, she even then you could tell like it was a lot of friction or whatever between the two of them. But regardless, Chrisean ends up going to London to support Blueface with his exhibition fight against the British guy. I think his name was Ed Matthews, right? So she goes to the face-off with him, and also she goes with him to the training. And this is the part that I believe that got everybody pissed off. Me personally, I'm over it. I'm tired of feeling sorry for Chrisean. I'm hoping to see some type of growth throughout the season, but whatever, I'm over it. But I see why people are pissed off though. Blueface, you know, there's a conversation of the baby. The baby topic keeps coming up. Blueface says that he has questions about the paternity of the baby. So he wants Chrisean to take a lie detector test. Why a lie detector test when there's a whole DNA test that could be taken that will prove it all? Because we all know that Dana don't lie, right? But anywho, he wants her to take a lie detector test. He, you know, obviously he's feeling bitter and salty about whatever situation happened between them. Allegedly, Chrisean was, you know, messing with some other guy or whatever, so he feels that he needs to give her a lie detector test. Meanwhile, he started bashing her, you know, giving her a hard time, you know, talking to her all crazy. Poor thing was extremely stressed out. She got to the point where she was like, let's find a clinic, we get rid of this baby, we'll do it right now. You know, she had got fed up with him. And honestly, I don't blame her. You know, not to mention, you know, this, even if she cheated or whatever, he still, she still flew across the world to support you, bro. Like, he could have saved the bullshit for later, okay? Why ask the girl to come be with you just to bash her? I mean, it's stupid. Right now, at this point, Blueface is looking like the world's biggest asshole. And we all know that he's a narcissist, so it baffles me as to why, you know, he continues to treat her like that, knowing that majority of the world thinks that he's a piece of shit. Like, most narcissists like for other people to like them. So, you know, he confuses me. I honestly, at this point, I don't know what's going on in this dude's mind frame. He has to know that he looks bad right now. Although we do know that there's two sides to every story, I'm hoping that throughout the season we will see more to it. You know what I'm saying? Please don't tell me that this man is just straight up a dog ass dude. I mean, Chrisean loves to say that he has a good heart. I would love to see him display some of that good heart that he has. Anywho, fast forward, now we're at episode 2 and we're getting into some things on episode 2. So episode 2 pretty much picks off from the episode 1, where Blueface, he was headed to his fight, and him and Chrisean were having a conversation about the baby, a conversation during which Blueface accused her of making it about her, when it was his time, or whatever, I guess because they were preparing for the fight or whatever. So he's telling, Chrisean to leave her energy on the bus, when really he should have left his whole damn personality on the damn bus, because to be honest with the way that he treated her, he deserved to get his ass whooped. But ultimately he ended up winning the fight against Ed Matthews. So anyway, they leave the fight. And side note, now, y'all know Blueface smoked hella weed, bro. I was surprised that they made it 4 rounds. I mean, yeah, for real. He had a lot on his bag. It gotta be, because that nigga must have put down that blunt for a whole 24 hours to make it 4 rounds. You could tell that the shit killed him, because he was walking like he was crippled when the fight was over. But ultimately, he did win, which I'm kind of glad, because out of 2, if I had to pick the better out of 2 evils, I would definitely pick Blueface, because that Ed Matthews dude, I really didn't fucking like him, especially since he brought up Chrisean in the middle of, because and doing their face off, he brought up Chrisean. I don't like him. Okay, you don't bring up nobody old lady. You know what I'm saying, in the middle of some bullshit. Whatever. So anywho, after they leave the fight, they go to a club, I guess, to celebrate Blueface's win. Honestly, I'm wondering if this whole thing was a setup, because would they have still been throwing a celebration party if he would have got his ass whooped? I'm just saying. So anywho, they celebrate, you know what I'm saying, and everything's cool, at least for the moment. But then the next day, Blueface, once again, he brings up the baby situation. So it's funny, because like simultaneously, I was thinking it as Rock was saying it, like, here we go again. Like, dude, just shut the fuck up already, okay? We know that you want the girl to have an abortion or whatever. We know that this your baby, but because you don't want to be saddled down, as you like to put it, with Rock, being stuck with Rock for 18 years with the baby, that's your problem, because you shot up the club several times. This is not like this is the first time that she got pregnant from you. There were ways to prevent this shit, so don't bitch about it now. It is what it is. So anywho, he's having a conversation with Rock, and then she ups and says, oh, we were never in a relationship. See, this is why, another reason why I stopped feeling sorry for Rock, because if you could sit up there and say, and admit to the fact that you two aren't even in a serious relationship, then what the fuck you doing all this hooping, hollering, and crying for? Because it seems to me that you knew what you were getting into from the jump. Don't expect a motherfucking tiger to change his stripes just because he your pet. I'm just saying. A motherfucker gonna be who they is regardless. Duh. And another thing, I noticed that he keeps continuously accusing Rock of lying. I don't know what type of relationship they have, but if you want to base the relationship off truth, to be honest, Blueface ain't lied about shit he did. He's been saying that he's this type of person, and he's been, showing and proving that he's the same type of person. So at this point, anybody who's hooping and hollering and feeling sorry for Chrisean Rock, they just need to shut the fuck up, eat their food quietly, and just enjoy the show, because at this point, that's all it is, okay? This girl, she don't get it. As of yet, from what I'm seeing, she just honestly don't get it, okay? And she's really horrible at reading the room, because after this little conversation, she leaves the room. Blueface invites a few of his friends. So he's asking the friends, like, how do they feel about, Rock and this whole pregnancy? Do they feel like, he's asking them, do they believe that the baby's his? At the end of the day, regardless to whether or not what they believe, they is not in the room, they're not around you and Rock 24/7 while y'all fucking. So to be asking them that as if their opinion fucking matter. Well, ultimately, if she's pregnant, the only thing that's going to confirm whether or not it's your baby is a DNA test. So regardless of whether or not these stupid hobos can make an opinion, that doesn't validate whether or not it's really the baby's really yours. Like, what the fuck? I hate homeboys. Most of them. Anyway, so then Rock, she overhears them talking. You know this motherfucker was sitting up there eavesdropping because she come walking out the room. Walking back out or whatever. And so Blueface is telling her, like, basically telling her to leave. He in there with the homies. So then one of his homeboys chime in and say, oh, it's mad disrespectful. First of all, he mad disrespectful because them two in a relationship or a situationship, whatever, that's his bitch. So why is you sitting up there chiming in? I can't stand these side niggas. Y'all just mad. What it is niggas be having shit to say about the next nigga old lady in their situation, but really low key, they probably want to say they want that bitch. They want somebody who will be crazy over them like Chrisean does Blueface. These same dudes, they be trying to, put her down and make fun of her. Like, at the end of the day, y'all niggas wish that y'all had somebody who would ride out for y'all like Chrisean does for Blueface. May she be stupid or not. Y'all niggas be wanting that same type of shit. Y'all be wanting that same type of crazy ass so-called love. So I just feel like they mad haters. I don't even know why he chimed in. If I was Rock, I would have cussed their ass out. For real. You don't bust Blueface across his head 1,000 motherfucking times. Cussing his friends out should have been easy. But yeah, I ain't like that. I really didn't like that. And like I said, she is bad at reading the room. Because, first of all, if I see me and my nigga going through outs and he huddled up in a group meeting with his homeboys, I'm not for to be sitting right. I'm not for to be in there entertaining that shit. Let them niggas talk. Let them talk. Let them have their guy time. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the problem now. Chrisean, that's like it ain't just Blueface in this relationship that's crazy as fuck. It's Chrisean too. Like, honestly, she don't let up. And the girl act like she ain't got all her motherfucking marbles. So at the end of the day, it's not just him, it's her too. And like I said, if she would have just turned around and fucking left the room, let them niggas have their conversation, let them talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what guys do. If she was sitting around her homegirls talking, and Blueface was to come in the room, immediately he would be the center fucking target. So she had to have suspected, that type of, that type of reaction when she interrupting a damn guy conversation. So Blueface and Chrisean head video, they so shady. Zeus is so shady. Like, bro, they could have not zoomed in on Chrisean's face when he went to mumbling on the motherfucking microphone. Child, he was sitting up there. Man, Chrisean was sitting up there looking like, my baby don't like this shit. Oh, she is super supportive, yo. Super. I don't know, child, but a lot was said at that studio because from the looks of it, this was the beginning of what would come to be the next day. Because homegirl, she woke up, she was in her feelings, child. And that side note, that's one thing that I hate about Chrisean and Blueface, right? See, how y'all gonna tell a lot and tell nothing at the same time, right? Because mind you, episode 1 and 2, they got this way of speaking in code with each other. Like, how y'all gonna be doing a reality show about what's really going on with y'all when y'all sitting up here speaking in code? Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of stuff played out on the internet too. So we do know some of it, but it's just like, come on, man. This is the show. I would have liked to see everything put in a clearer context on the show. But that's neither here or there. So Chrisean, she's, in the beginning of this epic meltdown, and man, I hate to admit it, but at this point, here I go again. My heart just leaking for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's what it is. A lot of us can see a part of us in her. Like, I don't been through the stages that she don't been through, so I can't help like to see this girl and her all of her early pregnancy turmoil. It's just real raw. So but with that being said, this is the beginning of what's going to be like an epic meltdown at this point. uh this is, at this, things are starting to get kind of cringy. Okay, so at this point we're at the end of the episode. Chrisean is having a meltdown. Okay, and honestly, like, it's so raw to where I feel like Zeus really could have edited some of this out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get it. She was having a moment, but it's kind of like personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm invading her privacy a little bit. Like, why I can respect what she going through, but you know what I'm saying? This is she at a point that she don't need the extra people having things to say, because I ain't gonna lie, like, homegirl was saying some crazy wild shit, like, we gonna have this DNA test, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He can know it's his baby, then I'm going to abort the baby. And you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of whatever you going through, a baby is a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of women out here that can't even have babies, that's fighting. You know what I'm saying? They got to freeze their eggs, get surrogates, adoption. You know what I'm saying? Having a baby by their own birth, birthing a child is not an option for them. So, like, the way that she's speaking like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, while I understand what she's going through, I feel like this level of a meltdown is kind of like, it's kind of like invading her privacy. This is like a conversation that she shouldn't be had, because everybody ain't gonna understand that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna understand the level of mentality of what she at right now, but she is saying crazy things. And I'm so glad that, you know what I'm saying, she got the older sister. The older sister, she talking some sense into her. Obviously both of her sisters are against the whole abortion of the whole situation. She got the other sister, Dashiki, or whatever the fuck her name is. She all drunk. So she ain't really she really ain't offering this girl really much. She irritating me because, you know what I'm saying, she keeps saying shit, walking off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't the moment. If you can't offer her no comfort, like, get your fucking ass on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just exit the premises. Like, why is you there? Like, it's not funny. With that being said, I do understand that sometimes people can't, you know what I'm saying, everybody don't process things the same way. I could tell that, clearly both girls love their sister, love their sister, and they're trying to be there for her in the way that they could. But right now, Chrisean's having a meltdown, and she kind of needs to let it out. She needs to. It's a lot of hormones and estrogen going on right now, not to mention all the bullshit that Blueface probably does on a regular basis. So she feels like, they're not in a good spot, so she's in good space, and they're not happy, so therefore she don't want the baby now. But let me tell you something, God don't bless no mess. Like, you know what I'm saying? You keep asking, you know what I'm saying? You keep wanting this man to do right, and he'll get in a good space with you, but ultimately, at the end of the day, he's still gonna do what he gonna do. And I think at this point, we really seeing where she's coming to realize, where she's starting to take some self-accountability. Like, don't get me wrong, she is not to blame for the whole complete bullshit, but they both have blame in it, you feel me? So I think at this point she's starting to realize that she plays a big role in the shit that she's going through. She's starting to wake up and smell the coffee, right? So ultimately, we know that she's going to end up keeping this baby, but things is going to get very, very, very intense in the next episode. We will see coming up soon, and I'm really looking forward to this. Like, I want to follow this journey. This is just, like I say, it's very authentic, it's very raw. It's some shit need to be cut out and edited out, because at the end of the day, baby girl, whether or not I agree with the bullshit that Chrisean Rock got going on when it comes to Blueface, at the end of the day, as a woman, I can understand. I can feel her. And I believe that's what it really is. Her being authentic and real is what, we can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Not just women, men too, that don't been through it. People go through it. And we can feel that. But I would like to see some growth and some progress. Like I said, I'm looking forward to these coming episodes. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I just wanted to give a quick run through. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you all for watching. With that being said, I'm out. Deuces. All right, folks, that was fun. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed this video, because if you made it to this part, you have watched the whole entire video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video if you like this video. If you don't, dislike this video. Hell, comment, talk your shit. Let's start a conversation, people. With that being said, I love you guys. Once again, thank you. I'm out. Bye.